You're welcome to my live section. You're welcome to this live stream. Hello, woman. Hello, hi. Hi, you're welcome to this live stream. You're welcome. Oh, Madam Ernestina, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome to my live stream. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. So, what I'll be talking on this live stream is, will Aliko Dangote break the long-term oil palaver in Africa? Plus, Basiru Diomaye Faye says Nigerian youth only interested in being PAs. Okay, so that's what I'll be talking about. So I'll be discussing a lot about Aliko Dangote building refinery in Nigeria. Will that break the long palaver, the long issue as touching the oil stuff in Africa? The long-term palaver in Africa, oil palaver in Africa, will that solve that? Okay, so let's briefly talk about who Aliko Dangote is. So, Aliko Dangote is actually the richest man in Africa. So we'll be talking a little about his biography. So now let's talk about his biography. He was born on 10th April 1957, a Nigerian businessman and industrialist. He is best known as the founder, chairman, and CEO of Dangote Group. He is the first man to build a private refinery in Nigeria. Okay, so that is Aliko Dangote. I just want to talk briefly about his biography. Now, Aliko Dangote was estimated his net worth was estimated to be $13.4 billion as at August 2024, this year. So now, making him the richest man in Africa, as well as the richest man in Nigeria, and also the richest black man, and the world's 158th richest person overall. Okay, so now Aliko Dangote has he built a refinery in Nigeria now, And this, hopefully, a lot of Nigerians, hope that this should solve the issue of petroleum in Nigeria, and also it should in Africa. There has been a lot of issues revolving around petroleum in Africa at large. This issue of refinery not working, and for a couple of years now, people have been, saying a lot about that, why the refinery is not working. Now, Aliko Dangote has built a refinery worth $19 billion, of which he started since 2017, and ended it this 2024. So, and ended it in 2024. He completed the refinery in 2024. But we did solve the issue of oil problem, fuel scarcity, fuel. Hi from, oh, Anne, thank you so much. Thank you, you're welcome. Okay, so will it solve the issue of fuel scarcity, fuel increase in fuel price in Nigeria? As we all know, that has been an issue of the day. Is either the fuel price is 1,000 naira, the next day we woke up realize it's 1,200 naira, next week is 1,000, as the case may be. So we don't even know where it's going. But now that Aliko Dangote has built the refinery, will this solve the issue of oil? Issue revolving around oil, fuel price, fuel scarcity in Nigeria. So that is what I want us to talk about. So let me hear your view, because a lot of Nigerian youths have been saying this, that it shouldn't be. Why is the refinery not working? Like, why is it not working? It has been the question everybody has been asking. Why is the refinery not working? For a lot of years now, people has been asking why. Why is the refinery in Nigeria not working? We'll make this crude oil in Nigeria. Then there's nothing stopping us from having a refinery of our own, of which a lot of people feel like, okay, if this thing is working in Nigeria, this issue of fuel scarcity, increase in fuel price will drastically reduce. Online entrepreneur from Nigeria, thank you sis, you're welcome to my live stream. Thank you. So everyone has been clamoring for this refinery thing working in Nigeria, and it has been in the mind of every single Nigerians that refinery should work in this country. Because number one, if refinery works in this country, a lot of people will enjoy it. There will be Joy say hello. Oh, thank you Joy, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Okay, so if the refinery is working in Nigeria, there will be availability of jobs. A lot of Nigerian youths will have jobs, number one. Also, it is what we produce in our country. This issue of scarcity will be out of it. Thirdly, the price should go down, because it's something we make in our country. So the price should be fair enough to all. There shouldn't be issue of we bought it in dollar, so because the price of, or the dollar rate is higher, so then it should not affect the fuel price. Then we will not have anything to do with revolving around about this dollar thing, because if we are doing it in Nigeria, if our refinery is working in Nigeria, then we don't have anything to do with dollar. We don't have anyone telling us that, okay, it's because we buy it from abroad, we import it from abroad. As we all know, Nigerian, they import petrol from overseas back into Nigeria. After taking the raw material out of Nigeria, they import it back to Nigeria with dollar. Oh, sis Joy, thank you so much. Bruno Briggs, thanks a lot. True. Honestly, is something that bothers a lot of people. Everybody's saying it shouldn't be Like, there's nothing stopping Nigeria from having a refinery, not even a small one, a very big one for that matter. A very big one for that matter. That no, me personally, I expect more of this refinery thing in Nigeria. We should have, like, there is nothing stopping Nigeria from having even up to 20 refinery. Yes, Nigeria is big enough to have 20 refineries. We are. So I just don't know why refinery is not working in Nigeria. But thank God that that has been done by Dangote now. But my question now is, will Aliko Dangote's refinery solve the issue revolving around petroleum in Nigeria, even in Africa at large? Because if we have it produced enough, then we should be able to even export to other African countries. Then we don't have any reason depending on overseas for them to get us, or to for them to refine petroleum for us. We don't. And kitchen, oh, thank you, sis. Please tap, oh, just tap your screen, tap, please. Mosaic A saying hi, thank you so much. Please remember to tap on your screen, oh. Let the likes keep rolling. I am seeing 7 here and it's just one like. So if the refinery is working, like, not even one here, if we have a lot, like that I've mentioned, a lot of refinery work in Nigeria, then we don't have any issue with overseas. We don't have to start depending on them for them to, give us this refined crude oil. It shouldn't be. I hope we are getting there anyway. Entrepreneur is saying hi. Hello, sis. Thank you so much. Please like, oh, tap on your screen. Okay. So now, and this refinery that Dangote has built has the capacity of 650,000 uh, capacity of 60,000 barrels per day. So that means they can have 650,000 barrels of petroleum per day, produced per day. That is a very good one for me. It's a very, very good one. I just hope it solves all the issues on ground. Meanwhile, there has been a controversy as touching the NNPC. NNPC saying that Dangote group of companies supplied them this petroleum thing for 898 naira. And meanwhile, Dangote has responded that that is not the amount that he supplied them this crude oil. He actually said that he supplied them with lesser price, but he never come out to say, okay, this is the actual price. Although you said you supplied NNPC at a lesser price, but he never said the actual price that he supplied NNPC. But NNPC has come out to say that Dangote supplied them this fuel thing of 898. So let me read what the NNPC said about Dangote's supply of fuel to them. Okay, so the NNPC saying it bought per liter at 898 naira, puts the pump price at between 950 in Lagos, 992 naira in Abuja, and 1,019 naira in Maiduguri, which is the farthest distance to the Lagos supply point. Okay, so now, since NNPC has said, like the live, oh, thank you so much, thank you. So since NNPC said that, okay, this is how we are getting it from, at least the first one they got from Dangote, they said it's 800 naira they got it from Dangote. And for this reason, they said, okay, if we are getting this fuel from for 898 naira, we will be selling it in Lagos. Those in Lagos metropolis will be getting it for 950 naira. Those in Abuja will be getting 992 naira, and those in Maiduguri is very far from Lagos. So the farther your state, the higher the price of petrol. So I think Maiduguri is the farthest to Lagos. So they said that, okay, for Maiduguri, it's going to be 1,019 naira. That is NNPC. So if NNPC is selling it at 1,019 naira, so how much will other how much will other petrol stations be selling theirs? Because I believe if they are getting it from NNPC, other private petroleum stations, if they are getting it for 1,019 naira, obviously they are not going to sell it for that price. Then it should be around 1,250, 1,300, as the case may be. So now, before the Dangote refinery started working in Nigeria, everybody were agitating for it, that okay, we're expecting it to work, that by the time it start working, at least someone even said that it should be around 250 naira. So we're expecting something very less. But now that we have the Dangote available, it's still saying that NNPC are still saying that, okay, the price is of no difference at all, because I can't say it is of no difference, because now there is this issue going around between them, saying that Dangote is saying that the price is giving it to them is far lesser than the price they are bringing it from abroad. But nothing, there's no, we have not gotten best explanation as touching this. So now, what do you think? Will Dangote refinery solve the problem revolving petrol in Nigeria and even in Africa as a whole? Because if Nigerians are getting it for better price, I believe if they want to get it across to other African countries, it will also pay them. But even when it's even expensive in Nigeria, then if they want to export to African countries, then how much will they now give it to them? Honestly, something that bothers a lot of Nigerians. So please, what is your mind? Please let me know your mind. What do you want to see us touching this? Because it's something that I've been thinking about. That okay, is this how say that they are no longer buying it in dollars? Then if you are no longer buying it in dollars, then I don't think there's there's literally nothing stopping them from bringing the price down. Literally nothing stopping them from doing that. But it's like it's still the way it is. It's still the way it is now. So please, what do you have to say? What is your mind? As we all know, Aliko Dangote is oil mogul, also a businessman in Africa. Aliko Dangote has been in the business of sugar, flour, cement, salt, and that is one of the things that made him very rich. Nigeria is a big country. Nigeria is a very big country. Imagine somebody doing business that a whole lot of country just have to consume it per day. There is no how you are not going to consume or take whatever that Dangote is producing. There is no how. You just have to consume it per day. Is it salt? Is it sugar? Is it flour? Okay, even if you say, okay, I don't take sugar. If you say, okay, I'm not a fan of flour, you just have to take salt. You must just take something. And okay, if you say, okay, I don't take sugar, I don't take flour, you buy cement. If you don't buy cement today, you buy it tomorrow. Although Dangote happened to come from a very wealthy family, his grandparents happened to be one of the richest in Africa then. So he's from a rich family and he has been making good use of that. that privilege. L- like the live. Okay, like the live. Okay, please like, oh, tap tap. Okay, so there is another update here about this Dangote, saying that he regretted not buying Arsenal football league when he had the opportunity to do that in 2020. Honestly, this business people, they have this they have this mindset of always think, because somebody like me will feel like, what's the point buying Arsenal football league? Like, I don't even see anything in buying it. But so that 2020, but this man has known the worth of having a football for himself, and he said that that's another update anyway. Regarding Dangote, he said he regretted not buying it when he had the opportunity. So let me read what he said. Then he said he regret not buying it. He regret not buying Arsenal Premiership League, but know that his money was more needed in completing his project than buying Arsenal. He said, I would have bought the club for $2 billion, but I wouldn't have been able to finish my project. So it was either I finish my project or go and buy Arsenal. So he had the mind of buying Arsenal in 2020. Then only God knows the profit will have yield for him now. Because if he buys that as at then $2 billion as at then in 2020, and this is 2024, he will have gotten like triple or double of the money he actually invested in the club. But he couldn't buy them because he had the plan of finishing his mega refinery. So he had in mind that, okay, it is when he's done with his refinery that he will, you know, have the plan. He will go into buying the Arsenal club. But now I wish him well. I wish he could still get it. I wish he still buy the club anyway, because it's a good thing. Even for an African, having an international club, an international club is something is something good for us. Yeah, something good for us. So I wish he's able to buy that in future. I just wish. Okay, so now let's talk about Senegal. Let's talk about the Senegal's new president. What is said as touching Nigerians. That's another update that I want to talk about. The Senegal's new president, in person of Basiru Basiru Diomaye Faye. He said Nigerian youths, as he said, let me quote what he said. He said Nigerian youths are only in becoming PAs, that is personal assistants to governors, personal assistants to senators, politicians. Anyway, so he said Nigerian youths are only interested in becoming PAs. So what can you say about what the Senegal's president said? Okay, so let me just talk a little bit about Senegal. Senegal is one of the African countries in West Africa. Senegal is bordered by Mauritania to the north, Mali to the east, Guinea to the southeast, and Guinea-Bissau to the southwest. That is Senegal. And meanwhile, Meanwhile, Senegal happened to be one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, fastest growing in economies and also democracy in West Africa. Also, they have a stable economy, so to say. To some extent they have a stable economy. So now our president, new elected president, said that Nigerians are only interested in becoming personal assistants. That means all we care about is just the youth. All the youth care about is just become personal assistants to politicians. Don't have the mind of becoming the president. They don't try to become president. Neither do they strive to become the governors or senators or thereabouts. But he has his reasons for saying this because he has to be a youth. And today, presently, is Africa's youngest democratic elected president in Africa, the youngest. So now somebody say, okay, what of Burkina Faso's president? Burkina Faso's president is a military president. But when you're talking of democratic president here, elected by the people, so the president of Senegal happens to be the youngest African elected, I mean, democratic elected president ever. Now, with what about that, do you think what he's saying is actually right? Is that how Nigerians are? Because for me, I see Nigerians are hardworking. They are a set of people that they love to work hard. They love to do everything possible to have a good life for themselves. So him saying this, that all they care about is just to become PAs, that's his personal assistant to politicians. So please, what is your mind as touching this? To say concerning this? Is it actually right? Because honestly, a lot of Nigerian youths are actually PAs, or they will say is they are PAs, or they are in one office to governor, or with someone in the office to someone in high key post. I mean, in one key office like that, one politicians. So, what do you have to say about, is it actually right about Nigerians? Is it actually right in saying all Nigerian youth care about is just to become PA to politicians? So he said that some months ago. He was actually elected as Senegal president. He was sworn in on April 2nd, 2024. So that was when he was sworn in as their president of Senegal. And him saying this, well, I could say he's right to some point. He's right to some point. To some extent, he's right. And in the other way around, on the other hand, I would say is wrong, because okay, let's take for instance, if someone wants to get presidential ticket now to contest as president of Nigeria, you will need 100 million of naira, okay, to get the ticket. So how many Nigerians can afford that? How many? Of which, even after getting the tickets rather, there is still is not certain that the person is going to win the election. Is not. So buying the 100 million ticket now is just like you are just showing your interest. You are making your interest known that okay, I want to contest, or I have the mind of contesting as the president of our dear country. So how many youths can afford that? See, even if you like, if you have that 100 million, your mind will be thinking business of my own, run, business myself, live well. That you will not even be thinking of, you see, I want to go and contest for election or contest for to become Nigeria's president or something. Because you will first think that, okay, what if there'll be a lot of what if within it, because like, okay, if you win, what if, so with the 100 million just go like that, of which it is non-refundable. So the only people that can afford this are those on the high rank, like people that have made it already. So they are the ones that can even afford this money. So now someone saying that Nigerian youths are only interested in becoming PAs, I would say to some extent it's wrong, because if you look at how Nigerians how politics is in Nigeria, for you to become a politician to contest for, I don't know how they do theirs in Senegal. I don't know. All I know is that the man in question, the Basiru Faye in question, is a lawyer, a is a lawyer, is a politician, and also tax inspector. So he happens to be all this. Now, I believe he's going to be practicing his law now, because he's now president of a nation. But him saying that Nigerians are, because obviously myself, there was a time I was thinking about it, that what is stopping Nigerian youth? Because if you look at it, like when it's time for election in Nigeria, just realize that it's still the same people in that circle. Like if the person is not a senator, the person will be an ex-governor, a former governor. If the person is not a commissioner, say small, he hardly even a commissioner contesting for president. Is either the person is um CBN governor, or the person is a senator, once a senator, or the person is once a governor, and all that. So if you look at it, it's still in the same circuits. These people has made money over the years. So 100 million to them is just like 5,000 naira. So it's that cost them nothing. So compared with somebody that is going to pay 100 million through his nose, to some other people, 100 million will be like a fortune. Okay, so I can't just imagine, or let me say, I won't be surprised if it's next year or in years to come, and then the person of like Dangote said he wants Nigeria's president. I won't be surprised, because he has the money. The money is there. In fact, why is he not even contesting? Why is he not even saying he wants to become Nigeria's president? He has the money to run it. I believe his business is fetching him a lot of cash. He's having, maybe he has the time for himself doing his business. So becoming Nigeria's president will take a lot of time from him. He don't have the time to focus on his business, like when he was just, being at the back seat, enjoying his money. Then if you want to have a collaboration with him, maybe you have gathered your money and you want to have a collaboration, then you can just, do that. Then he's having this, the money is just flowing in. The money is flowing in gently, because him becoming the president is going to push him out there. There will be a lot of controversies about his business. People's eyes will now be opened to him, that okay, maybe he's taking our money, Nigeria's money, to furnish his business and all that. Because honestly, I've been thinking, why is it that Dangote is not contesting for contesting to become president of Nigeria? I've been thinking about it seriously, because I know the money is there. So now back to what I was saying before. For someone to become president in Nigeria is not a joke, because looking at that money, giving it to a youth, or let's say a youth has that kind of money, there will be a lot of things in his mind that he wants to use that money for, other than becoming Nigeria's president. So I wish that they will just make this presidency thing something that could be affordable. If they want more youths in their cabinet, they should make it more affordable for youths. Like, you can just, somebody from nowhere can just become a president. Somebody, that doesn't have somebody that is not a billionaire or a millionaire can just become president. In as much you have campaigned and you have shown Nigerians, or you have let Nigerians know what your mind is, what the plans that you have for the country, for the citizens of the nation, then I don't think there should be anything stopping anyone, because there is nothing stopping anyone except for the money there to buy the ticket. Obviously, nothing is stopping anyone. If you have the money, nothing is stopping you. Of which you know that okay, if you are using that money, you know that okay, good, and if it's the other way around, good. So who is ready to just toy with 100 million naira in Nigeria as a youth? Who? Who? So I think this is what thing that has been reducing, or that's made it difficult for a lot of youths in Nigeria to go for this presidency thing in Nigeria. Even the list are countless. Is it the senators, the Senate, the House of Rep, and the likes? There are lots of people that have good plans for Nigerians, that have good agenda for Nigeria, but the things involved, the money involved, the money that they will spend involved in all these things has made a lot of people to hold back. Yes, that's made a lot of people to hold back from this, because the money is not a joke in Nigeria. I don't know how they do it in abroad. I believe it should be more fairer there, because I just believe because here in Nigeria, if you just look at it, somebody that is a senator the last 5 years, you will just see the person becoming governor again in the next 3 years. You will just realize that the person has become senator in the next 2 years. So it now look as if it's just the same circle. I was reading it in the news, and they were talking about a particular, I think he's a particular governor in Edo State thereabouts, and they were saying that this governor was once a senator, was once a senator. Ah, then I was like, he was once a senator. Now he's not a governor. After he's done become being a governor, he will now move to being the CBN governor. After doing CBN governor, he will now move to contesting to become the president of the nation. You see, because these people over time, as you know, amass some kind of money. They have that money to run it. They have the money to run everything they want. They have the money to run this office, this political office. So the money is there. Because but if it is done this way, whereby what people, let's say the voice of people, what people want, like people contesting for, in the case of this sorry, in the case of this person from Senegal now, excuse me, I need to, I'm coming. All right, thank you, people. So, like I was saying, this office, like when it comes to presidency, governor, Senate, the list are countless. It should be free to all, because if the case, okay, forgetting that although the man in question from Senegal happened to be a lawyer, but can a lawyer even pay for 100 million? Where I want to see him? No. Can a lawyer build that money, like build 700 million to run for to buy the presidency ticket? That is huge. That is a huge lot of money. It's a huge lot of money. This president from Senegal was actually voted in by the masses. Was actually voted in by the masses. Although there has been a lot about Senegal, that their democracy has been the fastest growing. They had the fastest growing democracy, economy recently, presently now in Africa, even in the whole world. The economy is good, the democracy is good, because if that is the case, then everybody will have a say. Somebody from nowhere, in as much you are just the citizen of that country, just say you want to become the president of the country. So far you have good agendas, so far you have good plans for the country, so far you have plans set, you have plans laid down, that you have a mind to execute the moment you get there, then money shouldn't be the barrier. Money shouldn't be the stopping factor. Then secondly, popularity shouldn't be the stopping barrier. Popularity shouldn't be the barrier, because most of the time when you see somebody contesting maybe for the post of the governor, uh, governorship, contesting or trying to making his mind that he wants to become the governor of a state, and before you know, people will like, where, which party is he? Where did he come from? Who is he? Who is his father? The case of the Senegal's newly elected president now. The Senegal's newly elected president now. He wouldn't have, or 200 million. I can like, he's just trying to build his life. He's trying to build his career. He will feel like, oh, instead of me using that money to run presidency, post, I will use that money I will invest in my business. I will start my business and grow it with that money. And with this, it makes a lot of it not being in presidency, governorship, even senate. Now if you look at the senators, it's usually those people that has been there is just revolving around. So if the office is so easy, like easy for every citizen, then there will be a lot of youth. Then youth will not be among PAs, will not be for him. Okay, Nigerians, all they care about is just to become personal assistants. That is all they care about. That youths are not that interested in politics in Nigeria. It's not so, but it's just the way the office is, the way the office is in Nigeria, that has made a lot of youth, it has made them to to refrain from contesting. Even there, in time past, there has been a lot of youth that have made an effort to contest for governorship, even to the presidency seat. There has been a lot of youth that have tried that, but some of them, the moment they made their mind known, the money is what you now say, okay, I so much that their parents or people close to them, their uncles or aunts and all that, they will be the first person to run for presidency election for 100 million. Do you know what you can use 100 million for yourself? Do you know what you can do for yourself with 100 million? A lot, a lot. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what you can do with 100 million? If you use 50 million, you can invest in this business. In the next 2 years, it will yield that same 100 million you want to go and give, or you want to go and drop to run for presidency election, do you know what this money will fetch you? Do you know what you can do with this money, and all that and all that? To become Nigeria's president just come with, okay, let's say they want this to make it look like, okay, if you are interested in it, you are serious about it, but it shouldn't be as high as 100 million. Let's say it's something like around 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. There will still be a lot of Nigerian youths that will go for it. A whole lot of Nigerian youths will want to go for it, want to run for this office. But because of the money there, you have to, there are a lot of connection revolving around this thing. There are a lot of connections. There are lots of, then also they will tell you you have to be in a particular party, you know, party that will boost your chance of becoming what you want to become. You understand? So this is one thing that has made a lot of Nigerian youth to withhold. But if this, I believe, if these things are not involved, if the money is not there, if the issue of becoming being in particular party is not there, then even fatherism, godfatherism as well, if all these things are not there, then a lot of Nigerians will want to, they will want to, because the new president in Burkina Faso now, in the as touching Burkina Faso's president, the new president now, is actually doing a lot as well. Is actually doing country. There are a lot of changes it's making now. You know, there are a lot of things that they have been doing in that country that when you get there, you feel like it shouldn't be. You just have to change it. You just have to change it. So, and I pray that God will help him to achieve all that he wants for his country, all that he wants to achieve for his country. I just pray that the case of Basiro Diomaye Faye is going to be a good president to Senegal, because number one, is a youth, he's 44 years, he's a lawyer, tax inspector, a politician. So I, sorry, the network is from, I don't know what's wrong with the network, please. Because a lot of people have been saying that, okay, it's even better that all those babas are there. It's even better that if it is youth, they will even squander everything. You know, the way youths are reasoning is quite different from the way all those babas are reasoning. That is just, you know, two different, all that. Yes, I quite know. There was a time that I was myself was saying that if they give youth a room for those, I hope I hope they are not going to, you know, make things the other way around, because you know some people just have the mind that, okay, just get there and just live good life for myself. That's it to some people anyway. But let's see, this is one of the youth that is becoming president in Senegal. So let's see what he's going to do for himself and also for his country, Senegal. Okay, so let's see, that is going to be a better one, and this will be a legacy to all other African countries, that youth can also do this. Let's give the youth the room for it. Let's make it easier for you to run for this um, post of presidency, post of governor, and all that. So, you know, when they make it easier, less expensive, it will encourage a lot of people, and it will also help that it is people that have good agendas that will come. It's not, and also to make it less lucrative, like the money there, you money there is not that much. It should just be like civil servants, like, yes, because they are serving the populace. a kind of civil servant wages. If it is less attractive, a lot of people with good mind will want to come, because it's not going to be of a thing of, okay, money is there, okay, let's go there, there's money there, let's go and have our own share. So people find that, more, there's no money in this office. So if they are going there, they are going there to serve. If they are going there, they have the mind to go and serve the populace. They have the mind to serve the people, and not just to make money or whatever it is. So I think it should be less lucrative. It should be less lucrative in terms of money. you know let it just be like civil servant. Let it be like somebody working in the as a civil servant. So you're just going there to serve our government. If we can do this, it will help. Even it will help us as a country. It will help, because it's not going to be a do or die affair. It's not going to be a thing that someone will say, oh, it has to be me, I have to get there. You understand? Because you know that even if you're elected as the president, all you do is to serve the populace. All you do is citizen. So there's no much money involved. So then we'll know the people that have the good mind towards the country, and those that are ready to serve. Okay, so that is that about that. So all I do on this channel is I talk about current affairs, educative content, whatsoever that educates you is all that I talk about on this. You learn and thrive. So please remember to subscribe to my channel, and also like this video. Like all you just need to do is to tap the screen there. So you just tap the screen, and please let us pray for our country. Let us pray for Nigeria. All shall be well with Nigeria. Nigeria will move forward. And also pray for all other African countries as well. So please subscribe to my channel. Remember to subscribe to my channel, please. So it's something you would love to watch as well. Please do well by liking my videos. Like this video. Please like the video. Okay, is it not the youngest African president? So the president of Senegal, the newly elected president, is the youngest African president elected democratically. That's what I mean is, people voted for him. It is the people that voted him there. Okay, so the people voted him there. It made a campaign, and people thought it wise to elect him. People felt like he's best in the position to move their country forward. He's best in position to you know to build to further build the economy, and it's still one thing that he's striving to do, because now he said that he has made a plan. That is Faye, the Senegal's president. He has made a plan by oil and gas contracts and introducing new currency. That is what he has been planning now. He has a plan to renegotiate this oil and gas contracts. No, maybe the countries that they export their gas and oil to, they will have a renegotiation. Maybe there will be an increase in the amount we are selling it to you now, that kind of a thing, to further build the economy, to further help the citizens of Senegal. So he had this plan in position, and I hope, God help, I hope he's able to achieve all that he set. Burkina Faso's president is a military president. There has been war, like some war in Burkina Faso. So when some things like that happen in some countries, sometimes military do take over, and they just have a military president in that place, and those military try to curb whatever that is happening in that country. So when you're talking of president elected, I mean, in term of military, then you can be talking of Burkina Faso's president. That is Traore, sorry. So Ibrahim Traore. So then you can be talking of him. His own case now, he was elected. He's a military president. But when you're talking of president elected democratically in Africa, that is um, Faye, and that is president of Senegal. So I hope this help. I hope I'm able to explain this to you. I hope you get the points. Okay. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining my almost like, hey, let me time my live stream. Thank you, John Mark, Osaon, Obokan. Okay. Thank you for joining this live stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. All right. I'll be calling it a day now.